Hello, Father. Tell me, what would you do when someone has stolen from you?
You already know.
After everything I've been through to find you, I think you already know.
I'm sorry, Father. Of course. You're right. The group that calls themselves the Railroad have acquired several synths from the Institute. Synths that had gone missing in recent months. And they no doubt mean to free these synths, in their delusion that synths are somehow sentient beings. You've been in contact with the Railroad, so you're aware of their misguided beliefs.
They're crazy, thinking machines are alive.
Agreed. However noble they may believe themselves to be, they are thieves. Usually they are a minor nuisance, but lately they have become more emboldened. I'm afraid we've reached the point where a response is necessary. We have learned the current location of these synths, and need to reacquire them before the Railroad can hide them.
Where are the synths located?
A small settlement at the old Bunker Hill Monument. But it's important that we act on this soon, before the Railroad has any indication we've tracked them. We also don't want the Brotherhood of Steel getting wind of the presence of the synths. That would only complicate matters.
I'll act quickly. You can count on me.
You'll have a contact waiting for you just outside Bunker Hill. Good luck.
Form the Brotherhood. You know I will. Brotherhood gang. Let me get in my suit and get a fusion core, and then I guess we'll head over there.
The surface have got it pretty bad.
Stand by for landing.
Oh, Elder Maxon, I got something to tell you. Oh, I also need to give that chip to Proctor Teagan.
Looking for another safe.
I received word that Dr. Lee is returning to us. How cooperative do you think she'll be?
I've convinced her that the Institute is the enemy, not the Brotherhood.
Well done, Knight. As soon as Dr. Lee arrives, we'll interrogate her aboard the Pridwin. She's been under the Institute's influence for the last decade, and we can't afford to take any chances. Now, I believe you still possess an important piece of data that Proctor Ingram is eagerly awaiting. I want you to bring it to her immediately. Once again, Knight, you don't fail to impress. Dismissed.
I have something urgent to report, Elder. The Institute is attempting to recover escaped synths at Bunker Hill.
How did you obtain this information? Our reconnaissance hasn't reported anything of the sort.
I received the information from the Institute itself.
And you've done the right thing by reporting this to me directly. Well done, soldier. Your report provides us with a golden opportunity to state our intentions to the Institute. I'm placing you in command of this mission. Exterminate the synths at Bunker Hill, and whomever the Institute sends to retrieve them. I'll instruct Kells to assign you the appropriate backup. Dismissed, soldier.
I've done it. Alright, now let's go give that, let's tip to, Proctor Teagan.
Unless you like getting shot, never turn your back on a gunner.
I can't say I do like being shot.
If you're looking for medical attention, Knight...
Whee! Luckily, I've been to Bunker Hill before. Oops, I probably walked right past him. There she is.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that everything was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the Interceptor would do to you.
You mean being zapped into energy and then put back together again? Piece of cake.
You can make jokes all you want, but I wouldn't put so much faith in technology I didn't understand. Speaking of technology I don't understand, I'll get this holotape to Proctor Quinlan. I'm dying to find out what's on it.
For all we know, that thing could be a recipe for Deathclaw surprise.
Well, it's the best we could do with such short notice. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, I've got a new assignment for you. So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you about it?
I don't know.
Whatever it is, I'm sure it'll help us crush the Institute.
It will, but we've got a lot of work ahead of us first. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac.
Nope.
Maxon and Kells have been looking for something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new... This storage bay full of parts is what's left of Liberty Prime.
Liberty
The
Prime.
Brotherhood used it in the capital wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of the last few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Proctor Ingram?
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
How can I help?
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence.
Uh-oh.
Because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled. The bad news is that it's going to take more than a few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
There's gotta be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. Luckily, you were able to convince Dr. Madison Lee to return to the Brotherhood. She was on the original build team for Liberty Prime a little over a decade ago. I've already spoken to her, but she's reluctant to work on Prime for some reason. If you could get her down here to lend a hand with his power system, we can get the big guy moving.
Well, I kind of have a battle to fight at Bunker Hill, but I guess I'll talk to her. Where is she? Is she on the Pridwin? She is. Alright, well, I'll talk to her later then. Did the vertebrate I called fly away? Probably did, because she took too long. Spouting exposition. Oh man, I forgot to modify that gun. Alright, well I guess I won't be using a shotgun this time. This should work nicely.
Hey.
What do you say? Sorry, I can't talk right now. We gotta go to Bunker Hill. which is actually relatively close.
Your weapon is locked and loaded. Good hunt. Prepare for landing. Touchdown could be a little rough.
Where's Bunker Hill? There it is.
X4.
I've been waiting for you.
Okay.
Sorry to have held you up.
Try and keep up from here out. Our targets are inside. 4 synths under railroad protection. Majority of the settlement is uninvolved and are expected to run for cover. The situation appears to have escalated. A covert approach is likely impossible. We move in, secure the synths, and I relay out with them back to the Institute. Clear?
Hey, I'm gonna need some of your grenades. Hand them over.
Very well. Our targets are being sheltered by a man named Stockton. The mission's parameters just changed. We go in shooting. Requesting backup relay now.
Alright, let's go.
Don't have the key.
Wasn't that just unlocked? Jeez, annoying. I noticed this cellar door when I came to Bunker Hill. Well, I definitely will not be getting Deacon as a follower after murdering all these folks. We'll do Rifleman. Did the synths kill the Brotherhood folks? That's crazy.
Synths are to be returned to the Institute, not terminated.
Uh-oh.
Further hostilities will necessitate a response.
Sorry.
You've been warned. Further violence against synths will not be permitted.
Think I care?
One way to get the coolant pumping.
Speak to Father at the ruins of the CIT. He's probably not going to be happy about it, but boss rifle's pretty cool. Sure, we'll take one. Not gonna attack me, huh? Synth Eradicator. I think there's a magazine up here. I have to get it. Since that vertibird probably won't land inside Bunker Hill.
Excellent.
Persuading men. That's good. Oh, I can't jump out. And back to father. No, it's like impossible for this game to render like so far out because there's so much stuff in it, but it would be quite a pretty view looking from the sky. What is that? Robin? Should I kill him? Can you land me on the roof? My dad's up here. Of course not. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the roof. How do I even get on the roof? Thanks for the junk. Guess I gotta go through the ruins? I don't think I've ever been in here.
Someone there? Enemy order of the Institute. Gonna splatter your brain! Time to die! Right through! Statistically speaking, your survival is improbable.
That's the most you'll get out of me. At least right now. Hey. Some goodies. How the hell do I get out of here? Is it upstairs, downstairs? Sorry, Dad, I broke your toys. our dad. He's my son. Sorry, son.
Sean,
You know, in all my years, I've never set foot outside the Institute. Not once. Since the day they brought me here. I've never had a reason. But now, this just confirms the truth I've always known. The Commonwealth is dead. There's no future here. The only hope for humanity lies below.
so why come out here?
To put things in perspective, I suppose. Standing here, I'm reminded of how fortunate I am that I was spared a life in this wasteland. I know that to you, I was kidnapped from that vault. In truth, the Institute rescued me. Both of us, really.
Kellogg called me the backup.
Did he? Well, he was correct. I was the perfect candidate. An infant with uncorrupted DNA. But if something were to go wrong, if I died, well, the Institute realized a contingency plan was prudent. Another source of pre-war DNA, preferably related to their primary subject. It only made sense that my parents should fill that role. So you were kept alive and safe within the vault. I'll admit, when I had you released from Vault 111, I had no expectations that you'd survive out here in all this. To not only do so, but manage to find me. To infiltrate the Institute itself. Extraordinary.
Your unconditional love is overwhelming. I think I need a moment.
I can accept that you're offended. You must understand, though. I have had no love to feel. We have been strangers until now, you and I. Certainly it was no longer necessary to keep you suspended. Well, I suppose I wanted to see what would happen. An experiment of sorts. I had no idea what kind of man you were, you see. Would the Commonwealth corrupt you, as it has everything else? Would you even survive? Perhaps most curious to me, would you, after all this time, attempt to find me? And now I know the answer.
Well, here I am. Was it worth it?
I believe so. Soon, I hope you'll understand. Everything I've done has been for the future. A future which I hope is not in jeopardy after recent events. Bunker Hill did not go well for us. Would you care to explain what happened?
It's my fault. I wasn't able to complete the mission.
I gave you this opportunity to prove yourself. Particularly to prove to the Directorate that you deserve a place here. That will now be significantly harder. There will be accusations that you deliberately sabotaged the mission.
I
Bunker Hill
did.
was to cement your place as a valuable asset to the Institute. It will now only raise suspicions. And to see the Brotherhood of Steel involved in this? They had no way of knowing what was going on. I will refrain from sharing the outcome with the Directorate for the moment. Things are already in motion that this would only derail. Speaking of which, it's time for you to be more involved in the future of the Institute. I'd like you to join me inside. The Directorate is meeting, and you should be there. I'll be waiting. I've seen it. It's time to go back in.
Oh boy.